move to another speaker, Dr. Edgari Tawfiq. Dr. Tawfiq is a dynamic, young, energy academic and assistant researcher in biotechnology, molecular biology, bacterial genetics, and project manager, microbiology, and climate-smart agriculture. For more 10 productive years, he has proven and determined capacity to work independently with strong organizations and multitasking skills. Uh, he has been trained at several flag fashion institutes globally, such as Texas A&M University, USA, and a lot of another university. He has volunteered for International Association for Research Scholarship Fellows. And now we welcome Dr. Tawfiq to give us from his experience and talk more about hydroponic. Dr. Tawfiq, it's up to you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, Dr. Tawfiq.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me try to share my slides and then. Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be a member of this team to discuss about food security and the use of hydroponics system. So I would like to confirm if my the slide is shown, and then I can proceed.
Yes, slide is shown. Okay.
The slide is showing, but it's better you use the slide mode.
Okay, thank you very much. So like it was presented a few moments ago about the situation in the country. I'm glad to be part of this discussion, despite the very short interaction I have with the organizers of this meeting. So you permit me for the little effort that was made in compiling this text. It's quite not exhaustive. However, this is a map describing the current situation in the world, particularly looking at the African region, Nigeria in particular, DR Congo in the east, Zambia in the south, Tanzania in the east, Rwanda in the east, as well as Uganda in the east, specifying the number of under 5 and women that are lost. Okay, sorry. It's also very important to consider the situation in relation to the malnutrition concern we have, as well as the current protests in the country. This protest has led to the loss of about 13 lives, and we hope that the government will be able to assist in nipping the bud as quickly as possible. Like we have also seen the concern about hunger in the world. This graph describes the situation about since 2022, the volume of areas that are available for cultivation, as well as the world population. It's also interesting to also observe that the governments across the world are trying their best, which may not be enough to satisfy the growing population. And as it is, we have very limited capacity in our country. As it is shown here on the screen, we have estimate about the population that needs to be fed across majorly Africa and some parts of the East. Now, when we come to the concern about global food security crisis, the argument is that it is not only Nigeria that is concerned about food insecurity, and it has been estimated we have more than a billion, close to a billion population that is affected by food insecurity. And there is a need for to be able to solve this problem. Compounded by the global increase in population, we also have cost of food increase. And as it has been said, we have less land for farming. And in Nigeria, as a case study, what are the major local food issues that we have? One among all is insecurity. We've had cases of farmer elder crisis in the north and a few places in the south. All the belts, such as from the north central to the northwest to the northeast, hardly will you be able to go to your farm as a result of what? As a result of the insecurity in those locations. Coupled with that is also the rising cost of food. Like a colleague was mentioning that 100 tubers of yam is going for about a million naira. You know, the yam that we are also very used to. So we are talking about a million naira for rice, for yam, just 100 tubers. So there are so much concerns that need to be addressed in relation to how foods in Nigeria would be, food availability in Nigeria would be sustained. Aside from this, is also the fact that a newer system, though not new, but seems to be growing now in Nigeria, is the use of soilless system for food production. There have been so much of argument, but the focus of what I was requested to present is home gardening. How do we prepare producing nutritious and healthy meals through hydroponic system? So this is just a diagram or an illustration showing the greenhouse system, and then we have the plant cultivated. So I will not bother us with the nitty-gritty of this system setup. Just like I said, that I do not have enough time to actually prepare due to other urgent schedule. But for holding this meeting very important, I felt the need to at least make my voice heard in a little way. So kindly accept this. So when we say hydroponic, what does it actually mean? It means that you are using water in growing the plant, and then and it reduces the burden, just like it was mentioned the other time that by Mr. Laminon, that we have less available land for cultivation. Now with the level of insecurity challenges that we all are living in one accommodation or the other. We have our apartments. How is it possible that with the apartment that we all have, we grow what we eat in the apartment? It is possible, and it has been demonstrated, and it has worked very, very, very well. So this is just a system that is showing the pump. You have a vessel that is constructed to accommodate the plant once it is shoot up, and then you have a channel in which water and nutrients could be supplied to the setup, as the case is. So you are only using water to support the growth of the plant. And in simple terms, hydro is water, ponics means labor, like it's the effort you are going to use in getting the setup done. So what are the benefits, or what are the benefits of hydroponics as it is being advocated? There is no soil, but there could be substitute to soil. The substitute to soil are those substrates that the plants will grow on them. Then you experience fast growth, 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, depending on what you are cultivating. The infestation by pathogen is less compared to the exposure that one could have when you are cultivating using normal cultivation system. Then you also have So you also have water saving capacity. Like whatever the volume of water you use, it can still be recycled. So that's one of the advantage that we have. And then the yield is high. You can see it's very high yield. And then you use less of pesticides as the case is. And then the system is quite very easy and it's affordable to set up. At the first instance, once you set it up, then you continue to maintain your facility, and then you also continue to harvest as the case is. So these are just a description of what the system is, and then the various growth media that can be used, and then the cost, and then some of the other basic information that is needed. And then let me just go straight to items or plants that can be cultivated as the case is. And just like I said the other time, that you may apply nutrients, and in some cases you may not. At the first instance, when the setup is to be established, you can apply NPK, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, in the recommended dosage that is applicable to the plant. Then you also measure the pH and things like that. So let me just go. So now, here, home. The focus of this talk is that at home, what are the types of crops we can cultivate that would assist us in the management of the environment that we have? Just like I've given us some of the benefits of the system, and then these are a list. It's not exhaustive. You could have some other that can also be listed. So this is a 2-in-1. You have the plant. Also, you also have the this is aquaponics, like the fish as well as the plant in a system. So one serves the other as the case is. Then this is also a description of how the system is. You can see that once you introduce your water into the plant, the leftover is used by the tunnel in the fish, and then that's how the transfer of water resources continue to flow in the system. This is established a system where you can have a tissue culture system, among others, where we can also grow your plants. And then you have the indoor aquaponics that can be established in the future. Like here now, as the plant is supplied with the water, the fish underneath will get the water for usage, and then the recycling continues. Like here now, this is the headquarters of the Food and Agricultural Organization. And what is demonstrated here is the growth of strawberry. Strawberry is useful, and then you are familiar with strawberry yogurt, among others. So if you are interested in cultivating strawberry, in less than 12 weeks, you have the harvest, you have the cultivation, and then you can also harvest in 12 weeks, as the case is. Then these are some of the harvest from the strawberry. You can see the water channel, the drip, as well as the what do you call it now? You have the volcano eruption. This is used as the substrate for the growth of the strawberry. Then you also have vegetables. So these are what was done here is that you have the building, and then you now have those panels fixed on the building, and then the crop is grown, and it is harvested repeatedly. So this is onion. Onion is very popular amongst us, and then we can also use this hydroponic system to have it cultivated. Now we had experience of high cost of tomato, pepper, and the likes in the last few weeks, particularly when starting from April, May, and the likes up to some months ago, we have increase in the cost of buying a basket of tomato. And then all these classes can be cultivated with the hydroponic system. you have you can also grow your peas. You can also grow your peas on the system. You can also grow broccoli and other types of crop, depending on what you are interested in. Now here, this is the folder system. So what this does is that you have the panel. This can also be under a greenhouse. You have the panel. You can grow your animal feed in 5 days. You can grow the feed in 7 days. And what you do is, after it is grown, how this all work is that you have a plate, you have a silver panel that is sterilized, and I mean it is clean or sterile rather. Then you just if it is depending on the crop, depending on the animal of interest, if it is cattle, if it is pig, if it is uh, uh, pig, or if it is whatever that is intended to be fed, then you grow it here. You just spread it on the silver panel, and then within 5 days, you keep watering till the 5th or 7th day, and then you can now pack, and then the animal will eat. The animal will eat everything. So this is one of the inexpensive ways by which cattle can be fed, and then can also solve the problem of farmer herder crisis that we have in Nigeria. So this is just the little I'm able to discuss as my time could permit. The system work, I've experimented it, and it's quite very useful. Like you sell in kilogram. I don't have enough time to go into the economics. Like, what are the benefits of selling a kg? If you go to most of the supermarkets we have now, most of these items will be packaged, and we have seen them being packaged and they are being sold in public supermarket, in public places. So let's try and make the best use of the facility we have. It is just one of in your home, your residential facility, any free space. This can be developed. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that wonderful presentation. We appreciate your presentation, and we have picked a lot from your presentation.